Hi everyone, we're here today at River Color Studio for another tutorial video. Today we are discussing the magic of a center pole hand wound ball. Now the reason that you would do this is if you're like me and you don't own a ball winder, but you would enjoy the convenience of a center pole ball. So in order to do that, all you need is some yarn, which I've got Collier and Black today that we do carry here in the store, and your hands. All I need is my hands and some yarn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 6 inches or so of a tail, and I'm going to lay that on my hand here and hold it so that this doesn't go anywhere. This is a vital step in order to have a center pole ball. So then my next step is to just start winding loosely around my thumb. You don't want to cut off your circulation, and you want this to be somewhat simple to slip off of your thumb. So you're just going to wind and wind and wind until you've got a reasonably thick and wide band of yarn on your thumb. Then when you're satisfied with how thick it is and how squishy it is, then what I like to do is start making crisscrosses. So you want to go in one direction for a little while to get a fairly thick starter band, which this is pretty funny because I'm showing you how to center wind on a center wound ball, which I think is funny. So you just want to keep going in one direction for a little while until you're satisfied with how it feels, and then in order to change directions, I go around once or twice, and then I come back down and start going in the other direction so that it crosses over itself and keeps itself contained. So you want to keep going like that until you're about the same as you were in the other direction as far as thickness and width, and then you want to just go around and go back in the original direction. So when you're satisfied with how that feels, you can hold on to it and slip it off of your thumb carefully. You want to make sure you're holding on to everything, and then you will have a nice little ball with some crosses like this. Now to keep going, what you want to do is you want to go in the other direction, but you want to close this bottom here. So you want to make sure that that starts to take on a flatter base. But you also want to bear in mind that you want to pull from the center, so you want to make sure that you have a decent opening at the top. Don't close off your little tail here because that's your best buddy in this situation. So you just want to keep winding, and like we said before, to change directions, I like to come across the center once or twice or 3 times, whatever you feel, and then back around and start closing off the bottom on the other side. It's a little awkward the way that I'm showing you, just because I have to make it obvious for everyone to see, but I think you get the idea. So you would just want to keep going in this method until you've wound all of your yarn, and then your end result is like the ball winder version. Your end result is a ball that pulls from the center. And there you have it. So get to winding.